Hey, traders. All right, sorry, input. Welcome to the Saturday stream. Good to see y'all. I mean, Bitcoin's done literally nothing since I last streamed, which was a doozy. A lot of fun. Thanks for all the support last night. It was cool. It was cool to hang out with y'all. A little tipsy, different, environment. But look what happens, man, when Bitcoin does anything positive. We try to take advantage of it as much as we can, right? While it's going on, because you still got to breach 45K, really, if you want a trend reversal argument. But we still are sitting at that 42,000 level and haven't broken it yet. But very little selling after that big markup on decent volume yesterday. Good stuff. Altcoins, too. I think last night, looking at things drunk, it was a lot of opportunity. I looked at my newer S-Coin list today, scanned some on Saturday. And yeah, man, you're talking about some assets at pretty much their lowest risk area. Like, you can't get any lower than that for potential. We could do a newer S-Coin scanning session on stream a little bit maybe today. I don't know. Just going live, kind of, feeling it from last night. But we're here, drinking coffee, looking at Bitcoin and other charts while all other markets are closed except for crypto. So, yeah. That's it. Butting up against resistance after a major markup. That's it. There's no update on Bitcoin because it's already been updated, but just no price actions occurred after the markup. So, cool. We can look at the daily. It's the daily. Really nice to see the positive momentum building at its highest point of the year and highest relative strength of the year for the RSI, not just on the daily, but the 4-hour. And what will that weekly look like when it closes tomorrow? 25 hours, 24 hours, 50 minutes. It's not bad. The really important thing that I think is most important for the weekly is getting back above candle high closes from January 4th and June 7th of last year. Being above that, I think you're in great shape. I think there could be more upside, dude. A lot more upside. So, I'm thinking if you stay above that level, you could be 51.6 on the weekly. If this is truly reversing here after hitting an 88% retrace from your low to high. Not bad. 3-day, though, is closing in 1 hour. Less than an hour. And let me show you this freaking 3-day chart, chat. Though, yeah, it's not showing any bullish divergence of any sort. This is still a daily. I think some sort of trend line was broken on the RSI. But, look, you hadn't seen positive momentum on the 3-day since mid-November, since it topped out, right? So let's just say you get any kind of decent price action in the next 3 days, you're going to go positive and show that. I love the fact that the 203-day moving average right there held and a massive engulfing candle is appearing. The last time we saw, it's not very often you get bullish engulfing candles after deep retraces. This was a really nice one back from July. And another great one from January of last year. Be decibel check, make sure the music's not too loud, right? So yeah, though, with the 3-day still up, you can clearly see, that inflection point at 42K is not a joke. It's real life. And you haven't broken it, but you could be breaking it in the next day. You could be breaking it the next 47 minutes. You're so close to it that at any time it could break. And when it breaks, if you look at the 3-day, there's kind of no overhead resistance till 51.1, just that peak from Christmas Eve. And also lines up closely with that September high. Really, right? Talking about you can't see on the 3-day really, this is a peak from January. 4-hour daily, I think it's real. But the 3-day, it starts becoming just noise, right? And you can't see that noise. It takes out, I guess the further you zoom out, anything that might be a swing high disappears, right? You start not being able to see it, which is the whole point of like going to, I think, more significant time scales where it does take out the noise. So like maybe on the 3-day 44K really isn't that significant of a resistance, even though the 4 hour it's very significant because that is a local high, and we know how trend reversals work, right? And in order to reverse your trend, you got to reclaim the previous discernible swing high of the downtrend, right? But looking left, there could be a lot of upside on the 3-day, just, you know, because that doesn't exist much. So it's there. Okay. 3-day, you got some bullish and golden candles across the market. Bitcoin Cash, another one. But let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, that you know, it's above 3,000. It's holding, chat, and there's no bearish divergence at all. You know, you're resetting the oscillators right now. Still below that 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Still contained within the parameters of the downtrend. I mean, like, beautiful chart art. I mean, you could screenshot this, print it out, frame it, and put it on your wall. It's beautiful.
First green histogram on 2-day MACD since November.
There you go. Maybe that could usher in the 3-day, right, Egg? I mean, dude, all you need is just like in the next 3 days, you have just decent meh price action, and you'll get positive momentum on 3-day as well. That's nice, though. Cool. Things changing. Things turning around finally. It's only been 3 months, right? And we are in a new month after 3 months selling, so things can change. Things like the whole price action, asset allocation can reverse on new months, and that's been happening. So you're near that. Remember how we had it plotted? It was a bearish bat, and we just had used that high right before it dropped off. This was the idea when we were down here at like 2,300. You're very, very close to that, I think, PCC. You'd be breaking the supply line if you actually hit it, though. So that's happening. I mean, it's pretty cool to see. Yeah, maybe sell a little bit and you rally one more time, and then you get some bearish divergence there at an 886. Just something to think about. Really nice run so far. Okay, your daily. Daily is looking solid, like no problems. Daily, I mean, above that level, that 3K, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's very real. I mean, clearly you can see, I mean, one time in history, it was a wick, you know, from May 20th. I just plotted it because of the zeros, right? 3000. And, you know, it's clearly been a level, and I think psychological, more important. I think, you know, a real support resistance is more important than psychological, but there has been correlation here. And I think if you can break the supply line, I just don't know why it couldn't eventually make its way up to 33, 35. But if we're in a downtrend, and even on the daily, we can see a previous peak right here, we have to recapture 3,400. If you want the bull trend to start becoming, you know, an argument, like you can actually argue based on traditional technical analysis that a trend is reversing, the step that must be taken for Ethereum is to recapture your previous highs, 3,400, 3,417, literally right there. So you're still in a downtrend until you do that. You're still in a downtrend making somewhat deep retrace until you do that. You're just setting up for lower prices until you recapture those highs. This is legit, though, pretty much. I mean, like for Bitcoin anyway, it was the deepest retrace after a drawdown of the entire downtrend, so it's good. Okay, so 3-day, let's just look at 3-day Ethereum closing, 42 minutes. You're about to get that daily or that 3-day close above critical resistance or, you know, inflection zone. That's great. Sorry to say there's no bullish divergence or anything because you made a lower low, but at the same time, 786 retrace could be a cipher. You were so strong that you could never even test the 3-day 200 simple moving average around $2,000. Right, you haven't even touched that 3-day 200 simple moving average since May of 2020. Wow, a long time. So it's good. What's the weekly going to close at? Weekly looks good too, above that candle high close from May 31st, and no like overhead resistance really until like 39.30 on the weekly for real, like where you are. And you are, I mean, the idea, right? The fact that you have one swing low from July and you have a new swing low now, if you continue catching follow through and staying above these levels that you pivoted at, the hidden bullish divergence argument will come to be on the weekly. Very good. Nice little potential bullish pin bar right there, kind of. All right. So that's Ethereum, Bitcoin. BNB coin, that's up 3.7%. Nice, man. Caught some more bids. Ran all the, what did it do? 429, 430. The old support from April 2021. The old resistance from June 4th, 2021. Clearly correlated later in the year there. That was support there. It is now resistance and pulled back. So remember, you are in a downtrend until you recapture your previous discernible swing high, which is unfortunately $500. You have to breach $500 and then hold above it long enough to be able to claim that the trend's reversing on this one, on BNB. Even though, what a great reversal at an 886. Nice reaction. You finally caught like a more significant reaction there. Good stuff, man. Very good. How's 3-day going to look? 3-day bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed on BNB in 39 minutes, 55 seconds. Hidden bullish divergence argument, I guess, is continuing to mature. I mean, like, the argument hasn't disappeared because you're still making a higher low on the 3-day, right? Where it's a low and then the higher low with much higher levels on the histogram. And it's not just the MACD histogram, it's also the RSI, Relative Strength Index, from this low to the next low. That is also lower. So, I mean, he's like, you don't know if Bitcoin's going to reverse its overall trend, but these are levels where if Bitcoin's going to pivot and we're truly reversing after 3 months of dumping, these are the strategic areas one reaccumulates or adds their position if the uptrends to continue. Right, then they have the stop loss set up, so if the Bitcoin rolls over and continues its downtrend, you get stopped out, you move on with your day and wait for a new edge, wait for some argument that makes any sort of sense. Like a strategic entry area, like an 886, inflection point, maybe hidden divergence, bullish engulfing candles, things like that. You're looking for those. So it's starting to do that. That's very nice, dude. BNB, something to watch, okay? Very good. Good to see you all on Saturday. And thanks for the 600 people tuned in. 200 more than my drunk stream last night. Okay, so I think we got the understanding that BNB actually, wow, is starting to do things, and it's not bad. I mean, on the weekly candle, you'll be getting a bullish engulfing candle too. Last bullish engulfing candle you really got was October 11th and September 27th. So another interesting candle, and maybe tweezer bottom stuff from January 17th to January 24th that week, where you did it twice. And it was right there at that high from February of last year. So very good to see a bullish engulfing candle in development, and will be confirmed in 1 day, 1 hour. Very nice. So Cardano's next, which, you know, I was certainly wrong about it. I don't know. Am I really that wrong? I mean, it did bottom out. It rounded out beautifully. I know Scott Carney loved it. I mean, my argument was you had already tried. You had already done the things. The momentum shifted, and it did hold. It has not broken that yet. It could in the future if Bitcoin rolls over, but Bitcoin didn't roll over.
666 to $37.62. Trash coin alert on the 3D. PZC and divs. ICP 0.00090432 BTC.
We'll look at ICP, man. Shoot, dude. We'll look at it, certainly. Thank you for the Bitcoin contribution, bro. 3762 Kings. So for now, it's still above it, and at any time, if you stay above that level, if you actually bottom out there, that's where you could run to 145, 148, or at least the supply line that's around 138, 135, moving target. There wasn't an edge, really. I mean, if you let's just say that on the RSI.
Theta, please.
Yeah, look at Theta, falling wedge too. Also falling wedge at like inflection points, but kind of bounced off that inflection point. Yeah, we'll look at Theta. Thank you, Crypto Angels. Oh, we're all the Hex people. Like, really, dude? I'm gonna tip you $200 last night to look at Hex, or yesterday on the stream, and look what Hex has done. Respecting the TA very well today. Okay, so just, I mean, until Cardano actually breaks $1, like it was trying to, I mean, it will not break $1. Like, a Cardano would not break $1 if Bitcoin's reversing its trend. Like, if Bitcoin's gonna break 42K and go to 45K, which is probably, that would be the target. If Bitcoin breaks 42K, it's gonna go up $3,000 probably. If that happens, Cardano, there is no way that it would break $1 and dump. It would rally. Just the same as if Bitcoin in no man's land between 30K and 40K, 36K, if it dumps to 33K, you are breaking $1.
Could you take a look at HTR Hathor on KuCoin?
Associated Power, thanks to 20, dude. Yeah, we'll look at HTR. I think that was good. I can't remember, dude. They'll look at so many S coins. So, yep. Great stuff. Stablecoin gonna be stable, I guess. But, you know, holding that level again is always great. And if Bitcoin rallies, this is gonna rally too. It just seems like it's gonna underperform massively because, my God, dude, it was up 2% maybe yesterday while Bitcoin was up 10. Ethereum was up 11. And today it's actually down. You know, Bitcoin's not really doing anything, but I don't know, man. It's just a massive underperformer for now. I think there are other assets that are more promising than Cardano despite this critical dollar area that it held successfully. It's performance, man. All right, let's see here. So Cardano, and then Sol that, you know, rallied. Cool. Okay, it did rally, but let me show you this, dude. Okay, let me show you. Look at this, man. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Like, still flagging, still bearishly consolidating till it just breaks out upward. Okay, and sees 130, which is fine because it's never tested 130 as a resistance ever after breaking it. But dang, man, respecting this little channel bear flag, extended flag. I mean, and you do. It won't play out. I don't think it would dump if Bitcoin rallies more. But if Bitcoin does sell off some, this TA is going to be respected for sure. I mean, it's gonna, right? It's testing that supply line for the second time locally and showing lower levels on the oscillators, implying a reversal downward. So, I mean, these are kind of like, it's tough because Bitcoin, if it just breaks 42K and goes to 45K, this thing's going to 130. There's no way to, like, you just get stopped out. But I'm just saying, like, if you were in a true bear trend, we knew, like, let's just say there wasn't, you know, Bitcoin wasn't hitting an 886, it was like at a 618, you know, and there was more downside probably. It was showing classic distribution. This would be such an easy short, you know, like, just, oh, if you were playing the flag, you're at the lowest risk entry areas for that flag, right? I mean, you're at such low risk areas that you could almost like take profit at the bottom of the flag. That's how, you know, that's how low risk it is. You know, just sitting at the top of bearish consolidation structure in bear trends. This is amazing, like, levels to take shots on shorts. But again, we're still trying to figure out what Bitcoin's doing, and yes, there always is that chance that 120 to 130 gets tested as resistance, so that could rally you up a little bit higher, and then it dumps. Okay, then you get stopped out. So, but yeah, like, I'm just telling you, from one high to the next high, bearish divergence. So that means if the T is respected next, it would sell off.
$21.21. Please check out my S-Coin 1 ETH/US on KuCoin. 0.0070181 ETH.
What's up, Matt, man? Yeah, we'll look at One Earth. Thanks for the Ethereum contribution, man. Right, it's so cool, dude. Like, good God.
Matt
dude.
Current tip $21.21. Please check out my S-Coin 1 ETH/US on KuCoin. 0.0070181 ETH.
I don't know why it duplicates, dude. It's like, look at YouTube and Stream Elements combined, man. Look how stupid they are. They're like, let's do a duplication bug for anyone who tips sometimes, and then YouTube's like, oh, we got to make sure there's a bug on YouTube so it shows that you only have 3 people watching your stream. I told Brad this, I could almost guarantee you that that streaming viewer bug that's never existed ever until the Canada convoy, the trucker convoy, It has to do with that. It has to do something with somehow suppressing viewership of streamers that are covering that huge event up there. It has to be, man. There's no coincidence with YouTube. There's none. They will lie about it, of course, right? But why would this bug that, I mean, I've been doing this 4 years now, you know, in 3 or 4 days, and it's never happened. And it's just the timing. Really, dude? You're just gonna have this bug and you're not gonna do anything about it? You're just gonna let it happen and keep going? Okay. It's not weird at all. It's calculated, and behind the scenes it's being done. Remember, mainstream media has now pretty much completely taken over YouTube, okay? So the next steps, you gotta make sure that people can't see dislikes. You can't, you know, that's like a vote, man. And you got to take away people's ability to vote, especially if who now has taken over this platform. When there are dissenting opinions on it, it would get ratioed with dislikes. Well, they took that away. And, you know, you have the ability to turn comments off too. So then it's like there's no way to post feedback on something being produced. So like now they're realizing, dang, dude, it's not just about the videos, it's the live streamers. The live streamers have all this influence and power. Look at the views they're getting. CNN, Yahoo Finance, they'll never get these numbers. So, but they're the ones, the legacy media, they've completely annexed YouTube, like, right? Because of the money they produced, or the money they've given Google and YouTube for the right to own this platform. So that's what they're doing, man. They're like crying. They're like, dang, dude, we're not relevant at all, but we have all this money because we used to be credible. So we're just going to keep throwing money at you. Make sure that our opposition, which is anyone that with a webcam and camera covering this, make sure they're suppressed. Make sure they don't get too many views too fast. We can't let them go in viral. That's
62394 ETH.
What's up? Oh, Matt, yeah, we'll do that. And thank you, Crypto Maniac. We'll look at Hex too. Thank you, dude. Okay, so those are your bigger cryptos, and now like we'll go to. I guess we'll just get into the request, maybe. Is there a few? The first one was ICP. Big loser here, like one of the biggest losers in all of crypto. Yeah.
YouTube says only one person watching now.
Well, yeah, of course. We just talked about this, dude. I don't even. Thank you. Really, really thank you. But again, we talked about it. It's a bug. It's a bug. It's actually a feature that they implemented. That they'll act like it's a bug, but it's only to suppress live streamers covering the Canada trucker event. That's what they're doing, man. They got to make sure that those people, those truckers, are demonized and they look like bad people. They're like the bad apples that are involved with this convoy. They're going to make sure that they're the only people highlighted. That's the legacy media, because they're pushing a narrative. And if you have other people just objectively looking at things like with just, hey, this is actually what's happening, people won't be like, you know, they won't detest what's happening.
Matt Curran tipped $24.24. Also VET/US doing things. Bottoming out.
Oh, we'll look at it, dude. Thank you.
You following how they trying to suppress, cancel Joe Rogan?
Of course, yeah. He posted, like, they have now resorted to finding him saying the N-word, I guess in out of context situations. But, you know, if you say that word, it's like auto cancel. But if you say it, if you link him to saying that out of context a million times, oh yeah, let's just cancel him. They figured it out, I guess. So, yeah, that happened to him. I mean, it's, you know, Joe Rogan, live streamers threatening the narrative, I guess, threatening everything. So, got it. Would you think they're gonna not fight this? They're not gonna fight the diffusion of all the consolidation of legacy media over the past 50 plus years. They have unlimited resources to do this. All right, so it's kind of interesting on ICP. It really is, man. Like, he had that false breakout of that huge wedge. It's probably just a channel. Either way, though, let's leave it there. Maybe type 1. Maybe this is like, you know, you actually never even tested the 113 December 20th, but now you technically have. That's kind of crazy, man. Like that's it, dude. I mean, it's a 113, but is it, like, you know, I guess what you could say about it if you wanted hopium in this situation, the low that was created December 20th, you're above it. And I guess that might be the way to, if you were gonna try to long this trash and you were like just forcing me to help you figure out how to strategize it, maybe having a stop loss below that level, because the argument would be like you're springing back above some level of support, and if it holds, then it could go to 28.38 to test those other lows from June last year. But other than that, though, man, I'll just say all it is ICP at the pattern completion zone of a bullish shark at all-time lows, and that's it. I mean, and it might be a type 2. Really could be. And here's the other thing that's so spectacular about ICP. I get it, like, whatever. All it ever does is lose in the end, but you cannot deny the fact that at the pattern completion zone of the bullish shark, there is very, very well established RSI bullish divergence. So again, like, and it could be the type 2, it could be the confirmation low, it's just a lower low. So very interesting on ICP, like, you know, despite everything, it's pretty interesting. Okay, I mean, it's worth at least, you know, posting on charts only. Pretty nice. I mean, that like on history, you know, in history, assets that are doing all these things, they actually end up reversing here all the time. Sometimes they don't, but a lot of times they do reverse because of these variables and where you are. Okay. But weekly on this, how could you say the weekly is good? I mean, the weekly will be painting a bullish engulfing candle in 1 day, 1 hour. Very important. Okay. Very important. You haven't shown a real bullish engulfing candle since August of 2021 and July 19th of 2021. So maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get yourself a weekly bullish engulfing candle at this level. That could be a signal that a reversal could be coming on ICP. I would not be surprised if you engulf tomorrow that this is when the reversal occurs on the asset. Can't be surprised. Okay. Cool story, bro. All right, let's see, next request. Wait, one more, 3-day. Let's see 3-day for sure. The 3-day, dude, is it already bullishly engulfed, and I think you're going to be confirming that in 23 minutes that the engulfing candle is real and extremely. I mean, chat, this is actionable for a trade setup. Actually, you know, you could just be trading the 3-day. Yeah, dude, this is extremely good. Extremely good. Okay, like there's just no, like everything about this is just screaming confirmation high. All right, flip the chart over, right? Say there's bearish divergence on a slightly higher high, pathetic, and then you bearishly engulf at these levels. It's the lowest risk area you could ever go short at if you flip the chart, right? Same thing as that you could go long here, and it's the lowest, probably the lowest risk area ever. So it's just like so simple to size it up, man. Like I guess it really is. Jesus. Like, oh my God, hold on. It's so easy to size it because like you don't want anything to do with this asset like below the engulfing candle, right? You've already back tested the level of support. I mean, you could do it something like this maybe, where it's just lower than that wick that you had this week. It's all right. The scaling on this is so weird. Dang, dude, there's just nothing bad about this except it just lower lows, lower highs. But dude, again, things can change. Things change, and you can't let emotions get involved with that. So if you're playing the 3-day bullish engulfing candle and bullish divergence on both oscillators, what is going on? Why am I like having serious lag? Okay. What would your first target be? I mean, really being conservative. I don't think you could get away. You could almost get away with 2881, but I think it probably 3-day. This probably. I would say that you would want your first target to be 36.39, that candle high close. If you're playing the 3-day, right? It's got to be equitable. Like if it makes a lower high, it's like, oh, okay, it loses, it fails, and eventually it won't play out. You'll get stopped out eventually. But if this is truly the bottom on type 2, and I don't know, Scott Carney in here, and he'd probably be like, dang, dude, that's pretty good. That's pretty interesting right there. Because you got the buying signal.
ICP at $500. He's wrecked so bad that even cream looks good to him now.
Yeah, and him losing so much money on ICP would cloud his ability to see that ICP could be getting ready to bullishly reverse. Right? If someone loses that much money, then they'd be like, oh, I'm washing my hands of ICP. I'll never go back to it ever again because I lost so much money on it. But it's like, dude, look at this thing. This thing's like unreal, like crazy potential opportunity. You know, if you were playing that too, you could have a looser stop. I don't know why you would, just because it's ICP and could get wrecked. You could have a stop loss below the bullish engulfing candle. But to me, it's like, I think you would be playing the back test of that December low, right? Instead of the engulfing candle. And so, yeah, I mean, you could get away with just having an extremely tight stop. You could be so conservative, you know, that you don't even use the wick. You just slightly below that low, and you would actually be able to get away with a 3-to-1 on just right there, right? You could do that. And like the downtrend, you could be in a downtrend, it could play out and make a lower high and then dump again to all-time lows. So you can play like, it's just kind of like, what do you want? Like, how much risk do you want to take? How much risk do you want to take? You want to take more risk? Fine. You create the stop below the wick of this 3-day candle, but then all of a sudden it's 2.64 to 1. It's not equitable. You need a 3-to-1, because if you only have to win 33% of your trades if you have a 3-to-1. So 2-to-1 means you have to win 50% of your trades. So it's just kind of like that. I mean, I think that's a level where it could reverse for sure. So you can't strategize, but if, you know, having a stop below that wick, but if you just move the stop just a little bit more, you could still get away with a 3-to-1. But I'm just thinking the structure is so large. This is something you would probably is position trade kind of, where I think you would be a little looser on your stop and swing for 36.19 and an actual like real retrace. So we're talking like 50% eventually for a bearish 5-0. Okay, talking like, hold on. Right, I mean, you could do it like this, 1, 2, 3 on ICP. 50% is where you completely exit, and the bearish 5-0 plays out. So something like that, you know, or you could literally here even get away with a stop loss below the lowest low ever from last month. Like, you could literally do that. You can get away with that if you wanted. I just think, like, if you're getting back down to the exact same level, I don't think you would be wanting anything to do with this asset. If you're actually testing 22 or 1950 again, it doesn't make sense anymore to be longing, because that means the support that you were strategizing and back testing and holding successfully, that becomes invalidated. The bullish engulfing candle, which is another signal for why you'd be going long here, that will get invalidated. So why would you even care if it goes back down to 1950 again, or 19? What was it? Why would you even care if it goes back down to 1850 again? You shouldn't. Your whole argument is evaporated by then. So that's why your stop's here and you don't care. You're out before it implodes. Because if it's going back down to 1850 again, the lowest low ever, it's probably going to implode and dump to lower prices. But you've been stopped out way before then. So no running stop risks. So there you go. Daily, 3-day, bullish divergence. This is how we maybe look at it, okay? It's worth it could be worth it, man. It just might underperform because it's ICP, right? So it's like harmonic patterns, technical indicators, kind of chart patterns, because it's like a confirmation low, right? The second low. That's it, dude. That's your freebie welfare trade setup. See what happens with it, okay? Doesn't get much lower risk than this, man. It just can't. All right. All right, next request. Nice one though. Really freaking crazy here. Nice one, Meth, dude. All right, next one was Theta. Theta's up 8%. Okay, though, but remember we were looking at wedge. Yeah, you like sprung, you back tested the spring of the demand line. I mean, there wasn't much. Yeah, the oscillators weren't showing you much anything, but you back tested what? The old high from January. We knew that's where it was going if it couldn't hold 372. We knew that. It went straight to it once it broke. Went down 30% and is now rallying, and we'll probably see 372 again. But eventually, like if this whole market turns around, this wedge would break out, and you'd see, I would say, just from the high of the falling wedge to the low, I think your target's 550 if this breaks out bullishly. 550 and then 625 and then probably like 796. 3 targets if this played out. Okay, nice falling wedge. Very real falling wedge. Lots of touches and confirmed that it's still a wedge with that break back in and then the back test. So Theta looks pretty good, and it's kind of lower. You know, it's 8% up on the day, but like it was better probably yesterday. But yeah, there you go. That's Theta. It's pretty good. Oh, I'm not forgetting. What did Smitty request? I mean, did he request on this stream? I didn't see it. And if so, I'm just going in order. Definitely just going in order. I don't see Smitty on here. What he tipped last night? I know he. Oh, he tipped. Okay, 5 hours ago. I didn't see that. All right, we'll look at it. Yeah, right now. Right now, we'll go to it. He tipped while the stream was not going. That's cool, though. I would say it's like, that's how you get first in line, but if I didn't see it at all today. Here's ARVL. 5 million volume. Doesn't make money. All-time lows. Not a good start, dude. Not a good start. It's like ICP, but worse. Sure, dude, there's a supply line. Look at it. You look at that nice false breakout. Pathetic. So probably something like that now. You adjust. Dude, there's like nothing to... I don't think there's... Okay, the only thing about this chart that makes... that you should even care about is the daily bullish divergence on the MACD, not even the RSI. It was so bad. If that's the case, there's no action to take on this. It doesn't matter if it rallies here at all, because it's probably just going to make a lower high than the previous low, or a lower high than the previous high. Sorry, and then a lower low than previous low. There's not even a double bottom here. There's nothing. It just rallied randomly and then bearishly engulfed. No, you would not touch this ever. And it just, again, if it pumps, congratulations. But if you're playing the numbers game, you can't just be looking at assets without edges, not at supports, at all-time lows, you know, showing one edge, one variable. That's just not an argument. That's not enough. Imagine trying to bake a cake where you don't even have a mixing bowl, right? Because your mixing bowl is kind of like you're looking for, you know, your trend you're in. If we're in a long-term downtrend like this, we're looking for bearish variables, bearish setups, right? Harmonics or something, like a bearish cipher, bearish shark, bearish divergence at supply lines or old resistances or resistance against, stuff like that in these conditions. And this is no action to take. I'm sorry. It's terrible, unfortunately. Really, really bad. Yeah, ugly. Funny, the last request of last night. Let me just show you this, okay? The last request of last night was Gala, all right? Drunk as a skunk. Here we were. The 886, Scott Carnaby losing his mind right now. This thing's up 46% only after touching the PCZ and just sitting there for over a week. Wow. Incredible, dude. And thanks for the nearly 800 people tuned in.
Can we look at Zscaler? Short love you stream.
Okay, I thought you said Gala. I'm like, what? No way. Thank you, Pierre Marie. Dionano. Yeah, his family were nano composite operators thousands of years ago. See, his name has nano in it. Okay, thank you. For the year. So I don't know what to tell you, man, besides TA respected, at least in terms of harmonics. right? There wasn't, it never even touched, it never even back tested September of 2021's wick high. It kind of like literally, there was no support here. You understand, all that happened was it hit an actual 88% retrace and it reversed there. There wasn't anything confluent with the 886. It's just, that's how well respected the 886 is. It's like, I'm seriously wondering who's the first person to get the 886% tattooed to their body? Who in this community? What's up, Jesse? Thank you. 3-day divergence still bottom. We'll look at it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so there's nothing to really look at besides, if it's going to keep going, then probably 36 cents. But, you know, you could have a 20% pullback the next day, you know, tomorrow. Well, I guess in the end, like as it was going sideways, doing nothing, it was diverging. I wouldn't say it's like, hey, it's classic textbook bullish divergence, but it was diverging for sure. Right there, floating on. And I mean, really, the MACD did show it, like the low, then the lower low. It reminds me more about Hex. Like Hex was showing the similar type of histogram divergence, and it was just beginning to build, you know, or had an arrow pointed at it. And it's like today, Hex up how much percent? It was up way more. It's pulled back some. It was up like 12%. It's only up 6.5% right now. Good, but yeah, beautiful, incredible. All right, moving on. The next request was wow. Well, can't say you weren't out of critical area. My God. This is HTR Hathor.
Nick
What's up,
has
Nick?
him super chatted $56.13. /USDT, please, mate. Much love. Heart.
Thanks so much, bye. I remember last night I had a good put on a seminar for the Australian accent, mate. Thank you. So, wow, I mean, 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Quintuple bottoming. That's a first, right? On 4 hour. But you can't say that 59 to 62 cents wasn't real. It was there. It had been as a support, as a resistance, support. I think there's a lot of work that has to be done if you want to see this trend reverse. Go to the daily on it. Nice. And thought I was engulfing. It's not. I mean, I'll just tell you this: from your previous major high to low, you did make an 886, didn't you? No. Just like Luna and some others, right? Just from that low there to the high. I mean, it went to 95, 97, 98% retrace. So deeper than the 886. Yikes. But hey, as long as it makes a higher low, that trend is still intact for now. You rally, and dude, I'm telling you, like on the daily, there's not like the discernible highs are up at like $2. So that's how much work it's going to take if you want to like reverse your trend. It was a straight line down. Straight line down. You didn't make. I mean, you could try to say like 158 maybe, but I would say where it is right now, it wouldn't be surprising at all if this asset saw 98 cents in the coming week or two, because between 62 cents and 98 cents is what? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down, straight up. You know, sometimes not straight down, but then straight up again, straight down. So I think 98 cents would be the target on this, but I wouldn't say like go long now. Just, yeah, it bounced off a support, and it's probably going to rally to the next resistance. That's it.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
All right, one Earth coin connect. Emphasis on the connect. Earth finds. Yep. Yep. It's an M shape.
Smitty tipped $25. Hey Mitch, last one.
Hey, it's Smitty, man.
Procore. Stock. P.S. Thank you, Scott Carney, for your Twitter stuff.
Snitty. I don't know Snitty. I mean, I know Smitty, but is that like your brother or something? Your cousin? I think you did. So one Earth coin on the daily, starting it here. I mean, it's, you know, could be like, hey, it's weekly, one bottom, the second bottom in development. What I do like you know, just sticking out to me, just looking at this chart right now. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, I don't know. Kilobytes per second when it's 0. It says 3,000 ago, so I think we're right. Let me know. So we're back. We got 5 minutes till your daily candle close. 5 minutes till your 3-day candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, the sub. Thanks for being here. So anyway, inverted hammer, where the inverted hammer is painted is important. If you've lost 95% of your value and you paint an inverted hammer, I would think that is exactly where you would want to see something. You'd want to see a Japanese candlestick reversal. Though it did also just backtest the old support as resistance. That's true. I think you're going to confirm this inverted hammer's validity today because you're going to close higher than you did. And that's the beginning. That's, you know, normally when you get a bullish engulfing candle, you want there to be confirmation on the next day. What is that? Normally, it doesn't invalidate because you could literally, on the next day you paint this, the next day you just dump below it. It's like, oh, that wasn't even real to begin with because we didn't have confirmation. The next day. So I think this is going to confirm its validity in 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Is that a joint?
So let us see if One Earth respects the TA with a Japanese candlestick reversal. If a reversal occurs, then, you know, where's it going to go? I would think like they're so scammy. Look at all the wicks, man. I don't know. Like, that's what I hate too about some of these crap coins y'all request. What is that, dude? It wicked up to 14.4 cents and then closed at 10 cents. I do like, I don't know, the histogram. You hadn't seen positive momentum since January 20th. See if there's anything else. You know, see, you go to the 3-day, there's nothing. Nothing makes any sense. There's like no reversal candle at all. Go to the weekly, nothing. Just terrible. There's nothing about the weekly and 3-day that reinforce that daily inverted hammer reversal argument. So normally you want that. Normally it's like, hey, there's an inverted hammer on the daily at these deep retraces, and then you go to the 3-day and it's like, dang, dude, but there's like, it's painting something else. And you go to the weekly, it's like, dude, there's divergence. There's all these other things going on. Oh, so it's a bunch of an aggregate of variables at this area that would, I would think, that would increase the probability of that inverted hammer actually catching follow through and reversing everything, the price action, right? So anyway, you go to your 4-hour, and 4 hours okay. Maybe you're, hey, if you make a higher low, momentum could be shifting here on a very insignificant time, well, not so significant time scale. Make the higher low, Momo shift, and then break above 8 cents again. Inverted hammer could take you to the promised land. All right, moving on. All right, Hex. No, let's go to Bitcoin. We got 2 minutes, so it is, in fact, your look on the 8s where Bitcoin has been unable to break 42K to close the day. Good news is no bearish divergence at these levels. So you pull back. Hopefully, if you pull back, you just back test 40,665 and you never fall below it again. Like, as you can clearly see, you tested it before in January. You rallied, but it was clearly still distribution going on for dumping. Now this time, maybe things are reversing. You break the supply line first time, maybe you back test it, hold it as support, and then rally higher. Market participants love back testing this area, don't they? Whether it's a resistance, or if it's a support, or if it is a resistance, they love it. So why would they? They could very well do it again. Oh, chat froze. Yeah. Hold on. That happens when I lose, like when my kilobytes go out. Stream. I gotta refresh it. Hold on. If I can find it. Just give me a sec. I got this. There you go. We've refreshed, man. Okay. 1 minute, chat. So we're running at the clock for the local on the 8s. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, Ethereum approaching that 886. So remember, you are in a downtrend until you start breaching 3,300, I think 3,400 to really know that things are changing. Because look, you haven't broken out. You didn't even break the downtrend yet. Not even the supply line of the downtrend. So I think there's just more work to be done before we can start really feeling comfortable to believe that it's actually a reversion for real. Like, wow, dude, we're about to go through a couple months of really nice price action on the upside, you know? Like, we need a little more, but it's a great start. Started out really well. Inverse head and shoulders right there, and that certainly hit its target, right? 20 seconds. I don't know, man. I think don't get mad at me, man. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Jesus chimes for the new day. The new 3-day, where bullish engulfing candle across this entire crypto market has occurred, has been painted all over. Let's go take a look at the 3-day for Ethereum. It didn't engulf, but you did get a 3-day candle high close above 3,000, which I think is spectacular. Wonderful. Bitcoin, how does 3-day close? Massive bullish engulfing candle, chat. Massive. Very real. I think you're showing positive momentum for the first time since November 15th on the 3-day for Bitcoin. These are exceptional things. These are not bad. Right? New data presenting itself. Very good things. Okay? That's awesome, dude. So, with another 3-day candle being created now, I mean, it's not invalid until you close below, a 3-day close below 36,869. That's going to take a lot of bearish stuff to happen, so I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. The fact that that's going on, that could be very significant. Very, very significant right here. Where you know what it could turn into, right? Like, you got your first level and you pump. So this is good. Optimism could be returning, at least technically, in some regard. So remember, looking at like BNB on 3-day, another massive bullish engulfing candle, the PCZ of a bullish bat with hidden bullish divergence, very real. I mean, this could be the beginning of a more significant rally here. A new wave could be beginning, like C to D wave could be done. Awesome. Yep. So hopefully y'all kind of understand what's happening here across these markets, or at least across the crypto sphere. Very good price at BAT, up 2.77%. Hey, look, chat. Why is this 3-day weird? I think this is weird. It's not like... I just want to show you this. BAT, Basic Attention Token. All right, basic attention token on the 3-day, bullish engulfing candle confirmed, and a confirmed breakout above the old daily candle high close from January of 2018, where we understand it, if it's not an upthrust and a failure, BAT, basic attention token, goes above 140 when it breaks this level. Uptrend is very well established. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Demand line tested, engulfing, and another engulfing. BAT, basic attention token, a lot of upside potential on this one. Assuming Bitcoin continues doing what it's doing, basic attention token set up for higher prices. Like trade setup stuff, man. Like, yeah, 140, 150 plus incoming in the next, like, I don't know, maybe a couple months. BAT. Hidden divergence, man. It's a very strong asset. Kind of reminds me of BNB a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Let's go to, well, we still have requests, so we were just knocking. Yeah, Hex is next. 3-day, bullish engulfing candle, confirmed, chat.
Mercury retrograde 2020, February the 2nd to March the 29th, COVID V-shaped crash. Recovery Mercury went direct Thursday. Probably just a coincidence. Ravencoin, please, thanks, bro.
So, JS, thanks, dude.
Lux/USD.
What's up, Lucho, man? Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that.
Mercury retrograde 2020, February the 2nd to March the 29th, COVID V-shaped crash. Recovery Mercury went direct Thursday. Probably just a coincidence.
Is it literally duplicating
Ravencoin,
again?
please, thanks, bro.
Yeah, it is, of course, man. God, so dumb. Stupid Stream Elements API issues again. So, all right, 3-day hex. This is the beginning. All right, this is the beginning of the massive rally upward. Okay, what I'm thinking, and I bet Scott would back me up on this. If it's TA is gonna be respected, the Scotland's gonna be respected. You know what's coming, right? Let me just show you real quick what's coming for hex. Massive attempted rally to a minimum of 786. I would say the 786 because it's a huge bearish Gartlian development. Pattern completion zone's 42.6 cents. That would be like your third target. Right, first target 27.5, second target 35 cents, third target 42 cents. That's what's coming for hex. Most likely. If you're talking about wave structures. Yep. See this all the time, man. Smaller wave structure turning into a bigger wave structure. So I would say, like, again, 42 cents before eventually, right? It's 3 days, so this could take like a month or two. But I think that if this could be the beginning of the new wave, C to D. Just need a little confirmation, and we gone, man. See much higher levels. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Right? Arrows point here. We were monitoring it February 2nd, the first time it had shown any of the entire year, the new year. And look how it's building on higher prices. This is great stuff. Putting on a TA sermon here. Hex, thank you. Come on, let it set up. All right, next request. Ooh, a lot of requests today. Holy crap, man. All right, next request. Whoops. Let me change that real quick. Big yikes. All right, now it's fixed. Brad, thank you. And Clorox and Lisa, who is, you remember her, she is the crypto fairy. Thank both of y'all for joining the Patreon today. Really, really appreciate it. Be sure to stick with the Patreon Discord. Let's go. Thank y'all. Missed, well, it was diverging, and look at that. Look at all that divergence on the daily, and it turned into that. That was underperformance. What a loser. But at the same time, looks like you're sharking. You're pulling an ICP, aren't you? Kind of pulling an... Dude, it's way too illiquid. Like, this is, like, rareable. I don't know how you could even trade this. But if we were acting like it didn't matter, I can do my best to try, you know, to paint a harmonic and see where we're at. I mean, it just kind of looks a little bit like, you know, that's valid. 113 there. My God, it's another shark, man. At its pattern completion zone. Jesus.
Can we check Dent used Binance? Thanks.
Try to get this bit. I can't get it. Like, remember, I gotta be like a sniper. I gotta hold my breath while I plot the. What's up, Amar? Yeah, Dent. We'll look at Dent. Sure. So, I don't think things look as good on the daily histogram or RSI. Like, the oscillators don't look as good, but you're certainly at potential type 2 return of some sort of shark. And what you got to do, you really desperately need to get above 35 and I think 49, which you can't even tell because it was literally a gap down and gapped up. It's so stupid. But I plotted that because that was a swing low. I think like getting above 35 and then 50 would be really important. And if you could, I think there could be a lot of upside. I think your target on this, if it did reverse here, which I have no idea, right? The liquid S coin. But if it respects the TA somehow, I don't know, being so illiquid, how could something respect the TA if it's so illiquid? I think your target eventually would be $95 if this actually reversed here. 95 bucks on mist. Okay, so that means like you would triple in value or something if it hit a bearish 5.0 PCZ. Okay, we'll see what happens. Crazy though. What, is Lucho famous or something? If it's even the real one, if he is. Let's go to VeChain. VeChain Connect. You know, VeChain, I mean, looked like it's topping out, and no, it was just too much selling. So instead of reversing after confirming a top 3 times, you actually rallied Bitcoin. But now here you are. Look, I mean, VeChain is at a very real level, 6 cents. If you break 6 cents, virtually the only price action you get above 6 cents is a run to 9 to 10 cents. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, and eventually straight down. And a couple of times you didn't. But if you do it, I mean, the probability you think based on historical price action between these levels would maybe be 9 cents. So like 33+% upside. If it breaks it, but clearly in a downtrend, undeniable, right? You are in a downtrend until you start even breaching 8 cents, maybe even 9, 10 cents again, right? Because those are your previous highs, and you just made your lowest low of the entire correction. So you got to start doing something that's bullish and not bearish. Just because you rallied off of very critical levels doesn't make you worth a crap. Just because you break 6 cents doesn't make you worth a crap until you start rallying and run to 9.5 cents. That's VeChain, man. Still in a downtrend. Whatever. It's going to rally Bitcoin. Okay, next one. Another downtrend, another big loser. Unless, let me look for another chart with more data, I guess. There we go. This is the data. Well, I mean, this one, come on, dude. Like, it did fall below major levels. It actually ended up going to its all-time lows from September of last year. But look how it V-shaped, it rallied, and then the old levels that I had identified as support before, it was regarded not once but twice. I just never look at this asset, but you gotta love 1 time and then 2 times, and after it confirmed the spring back test, what was once support is support again.
Scott Carney super chatted $88.68.
The real man,
I'm
too.
fishing full reset 886 is on S coins like Zio. Long a boatload. Thoughts?
Dude, Scott Carney, session top Jesus right there, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, we'll look at XYO for sure. Oh, I'm sure 886, man. I'm sure it could. We will look at it, certainly. But I think you would be not surprised, or anyone else in here that understands historical price action correlation, why PLA is sitting at 115 right now. Look at this straight up, straight down behavior. 2 levels, right? You regard him as support after falling below him. He's probably going to the next level.
Almost
and that
all
happens.
assets look primed, but people hesitant to put money until BTC breaks and confirms resistance as support.
I mean, it's true though. It's true. I mean, like, yeah, there's still reluctance, disbelief that it's bottoming out because Bitcoin still isn't making a higher high than its previous high. So it does have work to do, and it could still just be buyer induction, making lower highs, and dumping again. Same with Ethereum. You got to recapture your previous highs, and then after that, or at least testing those same levels, when you do sell off, you then really desperately want to see a moderate or shallow pullback for a confirmed higher low than the previous low, which all these previous lows, Bitcoin, all these alts, it was the lowest low of the entire correction for all of them, right? So we will eventually want to see a pivot, a higher low. So that's just like confirming that there is actual accumulation going on this market again, right? What was the most recent event kind of? Besides these 2 lows right were amazing. You should have, like, where were you? Why were you not requesting this on the 3rd? Why are you requesting it today when it's already at resistance, right? You should be like, when you're tipping, you should be like, sorry, I'm saying that a lot. Should be requesting the asset when it's actually doing the thing that could be actionable for a long. Those are the best requests. When the asset's already respected the TA and run up to the next level, there's nothing I can do here besides say, look, let's look in hindsight. But if you requested this on the 3rd, we wouldn't be looking at it in hindsight. We'd actually be talking about, holy crap, dude, this asset is back above and it's holding twice. And it's gone straight up to the next level because it's only always done that, pretty much. So cool, but I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here at 115, 116. If it breaks it, it could be going to 138. If it doesn't, it could be going down to 90 cents again. All right, next request.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Zscaler, I don't think I've ever seen that before. No, it's actual stock. Let me check my notes here. On Zscaler. Well, I mean, nice trend. Very, very nice trend. Moderate pullback from your previous low, right? That's a very major level right there. And you got another one right here, another peak. You held. You did hold that level, but you don't have any confirmation. But you did, on the daily, have bullish divergence on at least the MACD histogram. You had some. Okay. And you're really trying to get back. You did close, technically, on the daily above that 200 moving average.
Can you take a look at CATM Turkish stock? All I see is daily 4 hours bullish ciphers, above 23 DEC 2015 candle close and 4 hours, daily divergences with double bottoming on both. Kangs, 0.169829000 LTC.
Yeah, we'll look at it, Vizico. Thanks. We'll look at the Turkish stock. No problem, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, very real idea. It's not quite a falling wedge yet. It only has 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, but working on a 5th touch. I mean, you think about an asset, like turns into a falling wedge and you hit other levels of support. I mean, it very well could reverse here. You know, it would be nice to see 231 actually be touched once more, like a springback test. Like it would be, you know, actionable for long if this asset would maybe hit the top again, sell off and do something like this. That would be unreal. Unreal. Because you fell below this resistance support and then you sprung on the 28th of January, but there's a gap that's open still down there and you have not confirmed that 231's a support again. So market participants might want to know that 231's actual support for real. So they might push it down and then you get one low in a second. Let's say a confirmation low at this level, and then you would trade it like a normal falling wedge. From the high to low, your first target always on wedges, going to be a 50% retrace. This is traditional markets, of course. And then your second target, normally always going to be that 618. And if you want a third target, you can always have a third target too. Nothing wrong with that. Just layering out. Go to the 886. Right there. This would be like your 3 targets if this wedge was actually going to play out. Or this potential wedge, right? All right, so it's okay. It's okay, but maybe 231 could be an entry area. The closer we get to that, it'd be amazing. I hope it doesn't just break out next week. Dude, what's up? Did Nick just one up Scott Carney as the session top Jesus for super chat? Let's go, dude.
Hey Scott, got an 886 for an S-Coin on Binance.
Thank you, dude. He's talking to Scott Carney. Scott Carney says, Tip War, you're the man. Hey, if you're the one in the midst of it and you say it, all right, we'll see what happens, Chad. I don't know about that, but right? So yeah, this is not a bad chart at all. Triple bullish divergence on a second test or something would be nuts. So good. But yeah, it's not bad in its development. Okay, next request was on the list. We're going in order. Oh my goodness gracious. You can't say it's not at like its lowest risk area of all time, right? My God. I mean, sure, dude. You're at your lowest risk area. I mean, you were at all-time lows pretty much. 28.83 cents. The low from November of 2020. What a loser, dude. Good God. All it does is lose. So remember, if your trend is historically looking like this, then that means like any bullish setup you look for will probably always underperform. And the only type of rallies you get are almost just these Rudy Poop scam pumps, and then they dump, and then they go to all-time lows. So it's like, sure, it's bottoming out a little bit, but like, who cares? It could massively underperform. I mean, I guess you could try to get lucky, win the lottery, and catch one of these crazy pumps, but that pump just happened, didn't it? Sure, yeah, great. You want to see what happened last time? Last time it did the same thing, you know, back in December 2019, and rallied, and then dumped to all-time lows. And then rallied, made a lower high in the previous high, and then dumped to all-time lows again. And then you pumped, and now you're going to test all-time lows. So a good chance it could just have a rally or some reaction, make a lower high, and then dump to all-time lows again. I mean, that's AZS. Biotech makes $0. There's not even a million volume on this, so I would never touch this in a million years, no matter what. Screw this. Even though, yeah, sure, you requested it, I'm looking at it, and this is where we are, the levels, right? This is, I think, new. Oh yeah, it's been a minute on this one. Oh, it was brilliant though how it did play out in the end. This one was like legendary, dude. It was very different than many other assets at the time that were all like homogenous. This was like a massive descending riding wedge, and it broke out and had a rally and sold off again and back tested old levels as resistance as support, and then it went berserk. Then it lost its mind, and now it's ever since that buying climax in October, mid-October, it has done nothing but lower highs, lower lows. Scott Carney, he's retaliating. Get wrecked, Nick. Gitcoin sounds like a scam and trying to get people to buy Bitcoin, dude.
Thoughts on BTC equals Gitcoin? Another S-Coin daily 886 speculation boatload.
We will look, sire. The 1618
Head and
contribution, my
shoulders
man.
back test of the neckline on ServiceNow incorporated actionable short at the 200 MA.
ServiceNow, my God, it was at one time. Remember that Head and Shoulders? That thing was legendary. We'll look at that Flake 420, but we'll look at both of these. Thank you, Scott. And he just took the lead in the tip war, it seems. But I don't know if Nick's, I mean, it seems like he might participate. Nick might be the one to actually participate in one of these. So thank y'all. Holy crap. So in terms of News Cipher, I've got this one trend line, or this horizontal line plotted from December 5th of 2020. It's been a resistance for the first time, then up thrust resistance in June of last year, and then September of last year. You held that. You did hold that. And someone will be like, it's a big harmonic. I mean, I don't do that type of stuff right there, really. Just argument for a harmonic. I mean, how deep is the retrace? The low to high? Wow, it's at an 88% retrace. Go figure, right? Okay, so value perceived areas on New Cipher. Hey, look, dude, if you hold above 45 cents, that's a level that it could very well have a nice rally. I mean, it could very well go to 86 cents again. But remember, the most recent discernible event on this chart is the lowest low of the correction. But locally, you did spring kind of back test the spring a little bit on the 4 hour. And now you're at the 200 moving average. But you got to recapture the previous 4 hour high around 70 cents. If you want to reverse this trend. And I think it's so much wickage and scamminess that I don't even know how to plot a supply line here. It's just all whacked out, man. Whacked out. All right, next request. Goodness gracious, dude. Procore Technologies. It's a stock. Snitty. Well, sure, you got a deep crab. I mean, that's one thing I'm sticking out to me. With no formal support below you near all-time lows. That's an 886 on B. Perfect. And then a lower high, a couple lower highs on C. It's fine. And then you go over the 1618. Where's that? You exceeded that. You exceeded the 1618. But you can go to a 224 on B to C, though, right? And that might be where it's trying to... Oh, dang, dude. God, is that... Am I crazy here, Scott? We could go to a 224 on B to C here, and it's still, like, kind of real, even though it goes 1.832 on X to A. That's, like, the maximum threshold on extension, right? For this, maybe? What do you think? Probably go to the bathroom. It's okay. It's okay, he says. But it's just a reaction. And there was like only a little edge, maybe on the MACD, 4 hour. Here we go. Do that. Let's see. Daily. Earnings next week. Yikes. So it could be crazy. Hey, I'll tell you this. On Friday, what happened? Bullish and golden candle confirmed. Yep. And there's still an open gap, so go a little higher. 63.28. If earnings are coming up, you playing the lotto, Let's talk about a supply line right there. That's got to be tested. I mean, this is gonna be tested if it rallies. And really, if you're just talking about from the height of the harmonic to the low point, I mean, dude, just a moderate retrace. Golden zone 76.36 to 88.40 or 88.74. No idea. It's just such a massive loser. All it does is sell off and make lower highs, lower lows. This could be an area where it actually reverses some. 224. All right. So there you go. There's your Procore, and nice. Now I see why. You requested it. You know, packaged software technology. So recover some. This could recover too. Nice engulfing. Let's see if we catch follow through next week. But just be wary of earnings. See what happens. All right. Nice. All right, Ravencoin was next. Always try to capitalize the tickers for me, because like if you tell me something and then like you even write the name down, you don't write the ticker. That can be problematic, because if I'm scanning through all these going up and down, I might miss it. I'm just saying, it's really just quality of life thing for me. You don't have to do it, but it would be nice. It'd be cool if you did, you know. Ravencoin, wow, you know, it kind of seemed interesting. You were breaking out, you were trying to break inflection point, but you failed. You tweezer top, reversals, up thrust, and you've now made your lowest low. But yeah, what's going on? Of course, it looks like a Bartley, just eyeballing an X to an A, a 618, B up, the lower high on C, and then an 886, not a 786. So there's your Bartley. Dude, it's like literally so perfect, like crazy. Right? I mean, that's insane. Type 1, kind of. I mean, maybe type 2 is, you know, maybe you think about it was a Gartley 786 and actually reacted very well there, and this might be just the type 2 return. It very well could be. I don't, it's kind of confusing, but it's like if that was the PCZ for real of a real Gartley and it actually reacted so well off of it, and now it's the 886, this could be it. I mean, look at the 1618 from D to C. Dude, this is like, holy crap, it's beautiful. Look, it's like a 65% retrace on C, a 618, another 1618 and an 886. That's gorgeous, man. Nice one, Raven. And you know, look at that 2019 level. You got very close to testing it, but it was just the 886 where you reversed. And yeah, there is, it seems like on the daily, some RSI bullish divergence right there.
Can't figure how $20 super chat. Sorry about the penny, sir. What you think about KDA? Love you, dog.
Cadena, probably better than Cardano. The redneck version. We'll look at Cadena. Put it on the list. Think of Gabriel, the 20. All right, Ravencoin. This is not a joke, dude. Not a joke. There could be. This is like, if based on history, like this is where assets do reverse. They do stuff like this. So as long as you stay above 41.38 cents, you're good. You're awesome. You could be bottoming out here. That's it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one, which was Looks. Looks to the USD. I gotta find the one, probably more data or something. Nope. Nope. My God, is this just a new S coin? Bro. You're gonna give me a tepid off-brand loser S coin, dude, that no one's ever heard of in their life. You gotta give me an exchange too. I found it really. Wow. Okay, so it's nasty. Yesterday had a daily. I mean, you have a daily bearish engulfing candle confirmed, but you're at the demand line now. That's real. Definitely, right? So I'm going to show you the daily real quick. Inversing everything, really, in a bad way. Look, this was the candle close. You were down 17.28% yesterday. Disgusting. On the new day, you've just begun to test that demand line again. I don't know if it'll hold. That's nasty. That's a ton of selling right there. High volume dump. So, hey, I don't know if this will hold. There's nothing implying that it will hold on the oscillators, on the 4-hour or the daily. So to me, I would not touch it, even though it's at a demand line. Oftentimes, what you kind of want to see at demand lines is like some argument. Look, inverse head and shoulders, momentum shifted, a higher low got put in, right? If you wanted to take action at demand lines, it's normally prudent to like wait for some sort of second test. And if it's higher low, it's even better. But that confirms that demand line will hold on the second test. So the first time, I don't know. No one knows, right? May not. But yeah, I'm sure you probably see an M shape, like an X, an A, a B, a C, and a D. I don't think it's at the D yet. I don't know. It could be a Gartley, man. But after a daily bearish and golden candle like that, I just don't feel, and it's way too deep on a B anyway. No harmonic, no. Oh my God, dude. No! All right, so here it is, right? Here's a demand line. Normally you want to see this at demand lines. Some sort of argument, like a second test. Or like an inverse head and shoulders, we fail to get back to the demand line. Right? I mean, like something. It's dumping and testing it now. It bearishly engulfed on the daily. It's not good. I wouldn't touch this. There's no action to take even if it does bounce here, right? It could bounce, but not. When you have a high volume bearish engulfing candle on the daily, that's awful. I don't know if I would mess with this. It's like one high. We don't know the top end, and now here's the second high. That's confirming that you're making lower highs than the first high. That's normally bearish price action. Way less market participants own this asset than they did back in, you know, late-ish January 20th. So no thanks. I'm not into it. Okay. Next request was. I looked at that one. All right, Dent. Dent was next. Man, what a scrub, dude. This was like really, really disappointing. Okay. I just had to go, I guess, for that full reset. Yeah, it went for the full reset, didn't it? So that candle high closed back from February of last year held. Not an uptrend yet, but you can clearly see it. We don't have to do an M shape, do we? You just go from your low to the high, and what did it do? I mean, the 88% retrace, literally, you can't even see the 886 because it's actually this exact same support resistance. They're confluent, 100%. So, yeah, this is an area where historically you've held and then rallied. Historically, you've used it as resistance and sold off some. But if you can get above that level, some good things could happen. I think it already maybe broke out of the supply line. Very, very close. Wow, man. Look at that. Look how close you are to this supply line on Dent. Dang, dude. So you're on the cusp. Certainly on the cusp of at least one sort of breakout. And if it breaks out, I mean, overhead resistance. Seems like that would be a good spot. Well, yeah, a lot of reversals have occurred. Look at that, you know, straight down, straight up, straight down. Look, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. I think that's where you could be headed. I mean, that would be an adequate target probably if it was going to reverse here. And it was going to break the supply line. It was going to reverse its trend. Yeah, you could see 4.7 to 4.9 tenths of 1 penny, I guess. That would probably be overhead resistance. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, full reset, man. These are value perceived areas on S coins. 886 like that. Okay, here's Scott Carney's request. It is upon us, chat. Pay attention or be destroyed. is there one with a lot of data? KuCoin maybe? Aha, KuCoin, yes. I guess it has more data or something, right? Let me just clean this one in. All those trend lines. They're there, they're just not that relevant currently. Alright, so yeah, I mean, like, hey, you got listed here back in September last year. That's like a 98% retrace, would you say? Full reset 886 is on S coins like XYO. Long the boat. I mean, you can't say it's not. You can't say it's not down here at these lowest. This is as low as it can get besides breaking to all-time lows. Sure. I mean, I think you're in a very well established downtrend. I don't know how we would plot it. But we anchor from the top like that, and that's gonna be your Bukowski bump. That makes sense too, where you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, and then you like broke it and you're still out of it, kind of. It's almost like you back tested it. Support a little bit. What would this look? Would it look like that? Nah, it was a downsloping channel, right? Kind of, and you're like out of it now, and you're just going sideways. Kind of reminds me of Galacoin or Galacoin or whatever, where it just went sideways. It was just hitting these deep levels, and then it rallied. Yeah, so I think they're better looking assets than this, but you can't say it hasn't lost literally all its value. And if it breaks 22 cents, that's the big one. I mean, I think that's kind of a big area. What does it normally do when it breaks 22 cents? Where would the peak be? I guess you're talking about like right here from September. Yeah, a lot of correlation price action there. So I guess you could target that way. Yeah, that would be it. Look, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Yeah, if it could break 2.2 cents, then maybe it goes to 3.1 cents based on historical price action. I think that's how we could maybe size it up without Fibonacci, because it hasn't even made a 236 retrace from its all-time high yet. So there's a lot of work to do. But yeah, it could be showing like accumulation now, man. It's like it's a rectangle, and rectangle it could resolve either way. It can go up or down next, and it only looks pretty good. Or just something like that. I mean, pretty much. All right, a measured move. Like even if you don't trust any support resistance is looking left, I mean, just you failed to break out. You did kind of tweeze your top on the 4 hour. But if it can break 2.2 cents, just a very modest measured move of the local structure, gonna be 2.6 cents. That's it. It could be a lot or a little, depending on how much asset allocation you have in this asset if it rallies there. So same time, if it breaks down, I mean, you're at the highest risk area to long an asset in a range, clearly, right? But if it breaks down, same target, you got it, or same way to target downside. You got 1.6 cents downside target. So there you go. The fact that it's so beaten down from this low leads you to believe that, I mean, it'd probably be rallying upward. It could anyway. Yeah, man, it's at the 886 plus, going sideways, and it could just like Gala, it could do the same thing. It's doing the same thing, dude. Sideways, resolution could be coming. Boom, moon. It's up 4% on the new day. Wow, it keeps going. All right, next request. Thank you, Scott. And it looks like Nick didn't want to mess with you, dude. You have, I guess it seems, you've all but defeated Nick in this very, very quick tip war, it seems, right? Go for Nick. Bruh. For Scott. Thank both of y'all, though, for real. All joking aside. Okay, next one was KTMR. Looking at this doesn't really make me feel that great. Dude, that's like, I get where you are. I truly understand why you have maybe reversed here before, but it seems to me more like market participants gave it a good shot, clearly there was way less market participants owning this asset than they did before, because you're in a major correction right after a buying climax, and you sold off. And you tested the same support. This reminds me of like if Bitcoin was going to go to 33K or 30K, it reminds me of the way the altcoins were sitting at their own respective supports. Only after months ago testing the mass support, you rallied, pathetic. That was the bullish argument, and now you're back down at it for a second time, and then you rally, and you only make multiple lower highs than the previous local high, and you're already getting back down to it again. That to me is like bearish price action, bearish behavior in a downtrend, and it's just almost like, again, the argument you would think is maybe it's absorption of remaining demand, because like once you break this 125 level, you can see what happens to the price. You can see like reverse this here as a resistance. This is a big deal. So to me, it's like, I get you, you're like, it's an M shape, I see a little M shape. Okay, well, it could very well just make another lower high than 150 and then come back down to 125, and then I think it's like it's gonna break down. I don't know if I don't trust this one after what it's recently done here. I get you. I see the mini M shape. It's very, very small. Only visible in the 4 hour, not on the daily. And it almost looks like this, right? Once that breaks, all you got to do, if you really care about this one, just pay attention to what it does next. Will it, when it does, or if it does rally at this 886, mini 886, will it make a lower high than 150? If it does, you better look out, because it's probably going to jump back.
You are the best out there. Thanks for the education and TA.
What's up, Funky Man? Thank you, dude, for the super chat and the very kind words. I don't know, man. Just love charts, dude. And it's fun to hang out with y'all and talk about them, for real. Okay, next request was by Scott the Man. GTC. I've been here in a really long time. But I still have some data here. Well, it broke that demand line. Whatever. Certainly has fully reset, from that lowest low ever to the highest high ever. It far exceeded the 886, but has rallied and is back above the 886. It's pretty good.
Ethereum Classic. Thanks, bud.
What's up, Hoochie Man? Yeah, we'll look at that. Something I see, I think, a shark, right? We could have ourselves a shark that's at its near its pattern completion zone. Crazy here? Oh, what's going on? Why do I just think there was a shark? I just think there was a shark. Dang, Meth, man, let's go! Tip war. All right, Meth coming in, saying he will take Nick's spot against Scott Carney. Holy crap.
Tip war. What? 0.0060541 BTC.
Session top Jesus and winning the tip war now, it seems. He's thrown his hat into the ring, Scott Carney, man. Thank you, dude. Whew. So yeah, 886, it looks like it's a bear flag, but hey, if you're at an 886, bear flags just aren't as strong of an argument. I don't know what I was looking at to make me think it was a shark. Where did I see the high or low? I didn't. It's like a failed bat almost, or a crab, But nevertheless, yes, it held 622, the low from September of last year, and has rallied, and it's probably going to test $9, a high from June of last year. And if it can break that level, then there could be tremendous upside on the asset. There could be, yeah. I mean, you could visualize this as an alternate bat pattern. Let me see, did it hit a 1272 though? I'm just curious for a sec. It didn't. Probably made like 120% retrace. So I'm just thinking about just outside the box here. Okay. Nah, it's too deep. It's a 55% retrace. And because it's like 382 would make the alternate bat. I mean, this is like near 113, but it's not a valid harmonic at all there. Either way, yeah, value perceived areas, but you got to break $9. If you break $9, you could very well have a nice run. I think you probably got a thin order book between $9 and $16 based on historical price action. Okay. There might be a supply line too that you've already broken, right, Scott Carney? Look at this. That. Okay, even if we adjust here, if you adjust for the new swing high right there, look where you are. You were like kind of breaking out or trying to break out right there. Of just the downtrend you've been in. And that could also be good. I mean, that's also a good sign. So yeah, lower risk areas, that's certain. It doesn't get too much worse than this ever, right? On this asset, GTC.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Sorry. ServiceNow, yeah, now. That was terrible. I mean, we had identified a Head and Shoulders. It was legendary. Chad, this was so good. It literally doesn't get much better than this ever. Okay. Momentum shifting structure. Even on that lower high on the 4 hour, there was hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. Nice. Okay, so you're talking about Head and Shoulders back test the neckline. Figured the neckline would probably have been at like 610, but look left. Look at 598. That's real. If you could test that as resistance and have an edge, oh yeah, a 4 hour hidden bearish divergence is going to be it's already in development here, right? But you did bullishly engulf on Friday, at least on the first part of trading. Let's look at the daily. Hidden bearish divergence will develop. 200-day moving average was regarded as resistance. You did engulf bullishly on the daily too. So I don't know. I don't know if you want to see this asset get above 598 because that's so real. But it would be legendary if it back tested it as resistance and then dumped. Positive momentum was building again. Probably gonna have a lot to do with the market conditions, the index funds, but look what it turned into. It went from a Head and Shoulders into a what, chat? It's the shark. What did the shark do, chat? I can't even believe how perfect literally it is, right? It's just it is too believable. Like unbelievable. No, too believable. Too believable of occurrence where it violently reacted after losing 88% of its value from its previous low to high. Hitting the measure move or close to the measure move of the Head and Shoulders. The resolution on both sides, the bullish side and the bearish side. But yeah, you're rallying here. Maybe it's a wait and see situation, even though, yeah, it looks like hidden bearish average could be developing. 600, if you can stay below that, it could be wonderful for more downside. I think, for a type 2 or something. If it doesn't hold, I think 500 to 473 is the area down here. Yeah. Shark to 50. Oh, yeah, duh. What am I thinking here? High to the low. My sweet mother of Jesus, chat. The bearish 50, I think it's like technically touched on the 3rd with that bearish engulfing. I mean, so you've hit the pattern completion zone of the bearish 50. So bearish 50, if the TA is respected, probably going down for a type 2 of some sort of the shark. Yeah, you hit it. I don't know if we get a type 2 up here for the 50. Type 2 on the 50. What was that? Music stopped. What? All right, yeah, 50, bearish 50, hype. Areas where reactions occur. It did react, but didn't catch much follow through yet. Let's see what happens. Nice, very nice chart. Now, ServiceNow. Just change the set. Is it too loud? Dang, man, it looks like too loud. That's probably good right there. Okay. Where we go next? We're going to KDA. I haven't been here in a minute. There's good reasons why I haven't been here in a minute. Because it had a buying climax and has been correcting since mid-November. No wonder no one's requested this till now. Jesus, dude, so bad. Full reset? Not even really. I mean, it depends how you anchor, but if you go from this swing low, yeah, 886. If you go from this swing low, it's probably 786. Let's see here. Low to the high. Mike, of course, dude. Just touches the 886. There's zero support that exists in the entire world. Nothing. It's invisible. But, of course, the 886 fib node, once again, was tested as support, actually, right? Oh, my God, dude.
Matt Curran tipped $250.28. Flip. Also, you owe me a chug from last night. Smile, much love. 0.082840015 ETH.
I do. I know I owe a chug from last night, and I owe a flip because you requested it. If you tip me 250 plus, though, you have to request it. Like, I can't just... People tip 250 because they're grateful and they don't care about my liver. They don't want my liver to, like, be wrecked. So, thank you, dude. I'll flip because of that. I owe one chug because of last night's coin flip. All right, hold on. Here we go. Hold on a sec. Jesus, dude. Wow, that didn't go how I thought it did, and I cracked the casing around the silver coin. Shoot, dude. I should have kept my eye on the coin. I'm sorry. Wow, that's so bad, dude. Wow. Okay. Heads, chug, tails, not. Landed on heads again. Of course. 100% chance of chug if you make me flip at 250. Yep. You know it's 100% chance of chug if you tip $888, right? So, anyway, just letting you know if you didn't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I got lit last night, and I was planning on like exercising tonight. So if I like drink tonight, I'm not gonna be able to like exercise the way I want to, right? So, way too deep to be a bat. You know, it's like almost a 70. It's like a 70% retrace on B, but you could look at it like a shark. Sure. I mean, like if you anchor up here, so it's tough, man. Almost arbitrary. Like you do X, you go A, B, C, and then D. It is a bat, or it is a shark. This way, there is no real good edge on the daily at all. Bullish engulfing candle a couple days ago, confirmed. So you can't say these aren't like the lower risk areas. But if you're talking about formal support historically, there is none until 48. So this isn't as good as many others. Why? Because the 886 here is in no man's land. 886s all over the place are actually at strategic entry areas, historical inflection points where major events occur at these levels. It's just not the case on this one. You're below the 200-day simple moving average. There wasn't really much of an edge on the oscillators on the daily. So it's like, yeah, maybe you're an 886. There's a valid argument for a shark, okay. But there are a lot of other things that don't exist on this one that I would prefer. So I would like probably be like, whatever, it could pump like others, but maybe find the ones that have like the best aggregated variables that we're looking for versus just, it's a couple, you know. You don't have to settle. You can just keep scanning, you know. All right, sweet God. Cardano. Next request was ETC, which how you okay and me had a powwow about a butterfly, a pseudo butterfly. It's a real butterfly kind of. It didn't quite go. It was like about 4% off what it needed to be on B, but everything else was in line, and it didn't quite hit the 1272. It was very close, but the very real divergence.
Here's to a lucky in love year for Mitch Ray. Have a shot of sake in your Satoshi loafers.
Have a shot of sake in your Satoshi loafers. Say that 5 times fast, man. Seriously.
We'll start a reverse scaling tip. Love you all.
Is that a joint?
A reverse scaling tip? What does that mean? Echo Leaf, please tell us more about this. Okay. Thank you, dude. Whatever that means. Okay. I mean, I think Scott Carney just got punched in the mouth by Meth and Matt Curran. Matt Curran is currently winning the tip war today. 312.70 total amount tipped on stream. So currently wearing the crown. MC. Oh, you're trying to say who can tip smaller than you, Echo Leaf? Oh, okay. Inverse tip war. Scott just got bearishly engulfed. Oh, hey, it's not over yet, man. I gotta go to the bathroom though before we really keep going, dude. I gotta breaking the coffee seal, right? So there was like on the daily from this low to the slightly lower low, you did show nice bullish divergence on the RSI and oversold twice, like bad action, magnet move, confirmation stuff. That's pretty good. You always want to see divergence and that. Best context for RSI divergence. It looks just like that. It's almost like you extended on, you were stagnating, and then you diverge, which is good. So, you know, there could be more upside, but it's not really, it's another one that's just kind of not really at like these, good God, it didn't even touch it. It didn't even touch that August 2018 little wick there on Binance. It was close.
Tip war is racist against Aussies. I have weekly limit.
A weekly limit, Nick? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That means you should be tipping with crypto, because, like, you know, PayPal is gonna stop you too if you're tipping that much. Everyone's, you know, you don't have autonomy. All these places are thinking you're getting you're hacked or whatever. So it's like they're trying to prevent things from happening. So yeah, they'll just stop you. I mean, how many times Vet Moonboy has been like, dude, PayPal, like before he started tipping in crypto, he was like, dude, PayPal, even Probes was talking about it. They'll like they'll freeze your PayPal account sometimes. I don't even know about what Super Chat's like, but crypto, none of that. You're all good. All right, so Uchi Man, this is for you. I'll be right back. Okay, I just gotta pee. I'll just hang tight. Enjoy the live stream. The like button, that bullet sub. One in the chat if you think the tip war's over, and Matt Cron won, and he has won the tip war. And then two, if you think he will lose the tip war.
Point in the wrong spot. Go.
Get Rick Batson, dude.
Bruh.
All right, can you hear me? All right, we're back. So EDC, I mean, like, there's an argument for maybe a shorter term reversal here, you know? Sure, but, you know, the most recent discernible event was the lowest low of the entire correction, so it'd be nice to get some sort of higher low or the same low. Always, you know, you'll get the divergence on the lowest low, the exhaustion, then you'll rally, then you'll sell off, you know, then you'll sell off again and make a higher low, and the momentum shifting argument would occur. So it's like good into better, and so you're good, but let's get better on ETC. Okay. Tip him Grimace Coin, get wrecked, dude. Get wrecked. I already have too much Grimace Coin. All right. You know.
I have overinvested by a lot.
Mev, dude, let's go! Alright, Mev has just won up to Matt. Dude, this is like the battle of the five armies.
$385.59. Yeah, in my chat. 0.00928693 BTC.
Okay, so Battle of the Five Armies. The Meth clan is currently back on top and just took out the Matt Caron clan and the Scott Carney clan and the Nick H clan. Battle of five armies, dude, okay? Thank you, Meth Man. Holy crap. I don't think anyone's beating that. I mean, Scott Carney says he could. I think he could, but I don't know if he has access to like Coin if he's ever tipped through that before. Because there's like that, there's some sort of limit on Super Chat or whatever. Summon Gavin Crown. Yeah, really. I just messaged him, dude. Like, dude, I think he's skiing right now. Gavin is up in the mountains in Canada. All right, what's the next one? What's the next request, man? Dude, what is all this music? Okay, I gotta do it. Okay, I think we're good now. It was this request. I don't think there was a. That was technically was the last formal request. So we made it, chat. We did it. We got through other requests. My God, that was a lot. I mean, that's a lot for like a freaking weekday stream, right? On a Saturday. So, you know what, Chad, I'll tell you this about the daily candle close. I love it. Okay, this is just one of my favorite things ever. When you have a significant large impulse candle that is green and it closes on the daily, and then the next day you do nothing. Do you understand? That's potential bullish 3-bar play stuff. 3-bar play. One big significant candle that normally needs to be a breakout. And it can happen a couple ways. There are multiple different 3-bar plays. But this one just be 1, 2, 3. The third candle would be a massive breakout upward. Let me just show you, dude. I'm not making these things up. These exist, okay? They've been researched. Let me show you the infographic. I need to make my own so I can just pull it up like a flashcard. Okay, 3-bar plays. Just give me a sec. That's not what I want. Wow, dude. Lame. Very lame. Here we go. Here we go. This is what 3-bar plays look like. Shout out to Trading Sim for their information. What just happened? Eckerly, thanks for the 1. Right here. 3-bar play pattern, right? Rising 3. Here it is. This was the candle that broke us out of the supply line. That was yesterday. And this should be today if it plays out. But also, you can have the same thing and have 2 days. Sometimes you can have 3 days, 4 days. Narrow range, three narrow range. And then the massive candle after that. So do not be surprised. We could be setting up for a 3-bar play on Bitcoin. Okay. So have your alerts set up, man, above 42K, right? Okay. So I think this is the only way I could chug tonight, like, because it had just beaten down from yesterday. The only way I would pay my debts is if someone actually one-upped meth. They one-upped meth. That's the only way, dude. We're just at that point where it's like later in the stream, and we're at a crossroads. It's like, am I actually gonna drink or not? And it's just like, dude, it's asking a lot to get me to drink after drinking yesterday and doing 2 streams and all that, one being completely drunk. So it's just like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you figured, hey, man, there could be a back test. It never came. You thought it bearish and golden candle after rejecting 2 days in a row, the supply line again, but lo and behold, the breakout, new data. Look at this, just sitting there. And bullish convergence only. What's really interesting, oh, you might be like going to 70 and back testing 70 in really bullish environments. When you get overbought, you stay overbought, and then you back test 70 as support. It just like you bounce off it, and you just get overbought again, like crazy. I mean, 3-bar play can be like 4-bar play. You still call it like 3-bar play, I think. But you also call like after impulse candles and then no movement after the impulse candle. Call them just narrow ranges. Narrow ranges are really good. David Weiss talks about it, and trade's about to happen. Then Ethereum, right, meandering on up to it. You know, you'd think the 886, the bearish bat, 200% retrace. An 886 confluent up there, that would break you above the supply line. It still wouldn't be enough. You break the supply line on Ethereum, you're still not bullish. You have to like recapture previous highs, and that's going to be like between 3,300 and 3,400. What's up, Mitch Gray from Australia, if I remember correctly? Oh man. Tina J, thank you so much for just joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sing with the Patreon on the Discord. Let's go! I'm the jet! So like big one's a little bit better. Maybe, but because Ethereum's like got so much work to do still. It's like just when you break out, you might be making deep retraces in value perceived areas for shorts in a downtrend. God, I hope not. I hope it's like the 3-day bullish engulfing candle is very real. Okay, you want to see the 3-day on Bitcoin? Let me show you real quick. This is like kind of the highlight of like developments. No, not Bitcoin. It was Altcoin. No. I'm sorry. It is a 3-day massive bullish engulfing candle, and you're showing the first level of positive momentum since mid-November. Though that right there, the 3-day is telling you stupidly bullish things. Very, very bullish things on the 3-day. Where it's like, yeah, the trend could be reversing just based on this right here. I mean, if these two things play out, you catch follow through on the engulfing candle and you build that positive momentum on 3-day, you are reversing probably. Setting up a buy wall. Let's go, dude! Yes, Mev is the man!
Mev666 tipped $502.19. Setting up a buy wall to protect Mitch's liver.
Oh my god, dude. Legend.
0.165686970ETH.
Hype in the chat!
I just felt like streaming.
Okay, yeah. So the only way I'll drink tonight and repay I'll chug 2 chugs is if someone one-ups Meth. If someone beats Meth, I'm saying like if they don't even have to beat him in the end. I'm just saying someone has to one-up him. Right? So yeah. It's just tough, man. It's like that's how tough it is for me. So because it's almost like I'm saying like I don't expect it and don't think anyone would one-up him. But if they did, that would be the way, you know. Thank you, Mev. Holy crap. $1,176.48 on the day. Man. And I thought last night was lit. It might be more lit today. This stream has been live for 2 hours now, right? 2-hour live stream. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub, because it's the weekend, and the weekend warriors could be here and assembled because of what you just did that people are not talking about. People don't know. People are enjoying their weekend, man. They don't know that the 3-day just engulfed massively and positive momentum's building again for the first time since mid-November. They don't know that. They're not paying attention. I could tweet about it, but we're here. I'm live. You're here. You might be rewarded for paying attention to what's happening, because I'm telling you, if you catch follow through here, it could be, I'm telling you, the type of retrace you could get off something, the way it's setting up possibly, from your all-time high to your new low. You're at a 236, so it's a valid swing low already, chat. Art, thank you, man, for the canvas print merchandise purchase. He says, need me some candlesticks. We'll get you some candlesticks, bro. Thank you, man. Okay, so if we're just talking about traditional assets with a common retrace, your common retrace for Bitcoin is going to be 46,754 to 55,266. In reality, though, I mean, I think if we're, you got the high at 52.5 too, you got to deal with. That's going to be real. But I think like if you're truly getting above 42K, 45K, and you start back testing 42K as support, and you hold above this level, I mean, you could very well be seeing 57, 58K. It's just all about what happens, and this is normally how it would begin. Massive engulfing, and your histogram on a significant time scale is looking freaking nuts. It really is, man. But yeah, no, I was lit last night, not you. Some people were lit, I think, probably. Dang, man, if you can't get excited about the 3-day here on Bitcoin, well, I mean, then go ahead and wait around, because that's great, and it's incredible for all these altcoins hitting 886s. I mean, that is like, you have to have Bitcoin looking like that to feel confident to believe the altcoins are going to reverse at their reversal areas, right? Yeah. We haven't even looked at Luna today, which is the darling, which I think Luna, look what Luna just did, okay? This is a trade setup, and we looked at it even yesterday. Posted the trade setup like after analyzing it. The asset, beautiful textbook, inverse head and shoulders. Look at the bullish divergence, triple divergence on the MACD. And then, daily I think had some too. And you sprung back tested the spring, inverse head and shoulders. It's like everything you would ever dream of. And look what it's done today. It broke out. It broke a resistance from November of last year and has now successfully back tested it two different times as support. Excuse me, I didn't mean to flick anyone off. Sorry. And what happens if you engulf here? Yeah, no, a little divergence, man. I see the little the RSI isn't playing ball though. RSI is in the bullish control zone on the 4-hour. I don't know how much I trust that bearish divergence there. RSI looks incredible in the context. Again, the context is everything. And if this holds, the minimum target on Luna, I'm telling you, this will probably go straight up to it if this holds successfully. It's working on it. $69. I know I was saying 69.69. You could say 69.69. Sure. That's where it's going if 54.83 holds, and it's working on it. Okay? Tremendous upside on this asset, like many others. Sure. Scott, what happened, man? Meth came in like a wrecking ball, didn't he? He was like the freaking orcs, dude, in the battle of 5 armies, just out of nowhere, dude. Remember we used to do tip war teams, where it's like you could be on a team for the tip war, and we had it was called World War Tip War. Okay, but yeah, man, I mean, it's like H-bar 2, H-bar was ready. I know it hit the level, and it's been incredible so far. Very, very good run so far. Took H-bar, and then Tron went deeper, but still okay. And I mean, yeah, went to nearly the 100%, 99, 95% retrace, but that's cool. Nice rally. Very, very large, well-developed structure in the uptrend. That's what's so awesome about it. Why do I shouldn't be hearing this. It's too loud, man. Bro. You'll be ready next time, tip limit, Scott. Dude, sync up your one-up coin. You know Super Chat, Scott. takes 30%. Google takes 30% of anything you tip through Super Chat. Tip me $100, I get 70. Then the government takes 37% of that. Wow. They get the majority of the money. That's awesome. Not really. So, a lot of than it typically is. Crap. It needs to be the same as always. Continuity, Brad. Big deal. Okay, a lot of upside here. It could always rally and come back in a couple weeks and type 2 it or something. But yeah, either way, it's a great potential reversal area. Nothing new though on some of these. I don't know if this is party stream though, right? Yeah, Scott, do it, man, because that's gonna be your weapon if you are gonna ever beat meth in one of these tip wars, dude. Super chat won't cut it. I mean, we've looked at a lot of assets today, dude. So everything's kind of like chilled out. Everything's calmed down. Nerves are better. Oh my God. Don't tell me this is real life. Don't tell me this is real life. Oh my God. I don't know if this is real life. It could be delayed. Let's just wait here for a second, okay, and see what happens. Right, so you get it. If it is, it really has already retraced 23.6% from the high to low. So it's a valid anchor point, valid Fibonacci. So again, common retraces of any asset on any market using Fibonacci is between a 38% and a 618. What's up, BO?
Can you do the TA for CRO/USD?
Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you. Yeah, Dinero. Yeah, but it might be a delayed one. Sometimes Coinbase like notifications is delayed, but at the same time, sometimes when the notification comes through, Stream Elements is delayed. So I don't know, like if it already happened. You know, I think it probably maybe already happened, but we'll see. 3-bar play could be very well in development on Bitcoin. Bullish 3-bar play. Crow, yeah, man. I was thinking about Matthew Damon coin, you know, last night. I was thinking about it. I dreamed about it. I had a dream. And it was like, yeah, dude, we were talking about these things bust. They go to the 786, 886. This is only to 618. Well, I mean, thing is, dude, it's like, it could be just one of those outperformers. Like, stupid bullish divergence on the daily developed. Like, it was just crazy the whole way. And I just continued on. Still above the 200-day moving average. Very strong. I mean, like, but there's no support anywhere, right? It's just kind of like, that happens, man. It could just rally here. It's so strong that it can't even hit 786. There's too much demand. Too many people own this asset for it to get down there. And then, you know, while
Chat keeps talking about OXD, so can you check, please?
Yeah, we'll look at it. Hit that inflection point that it had always hit. Yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you, dude. So, I don't know, I think people could probably plot like a supply line that broke or something here. If it did bottom out, it would really be nice to get some sort of type 2, wouldn't it? But you're in nowhere. You're in the middle of nowhere. Like, if anything, I guess it tested this low. It tested this low from November 11th and rallied, but until we get a form of confirmation, you have no idea the bottom's in, right? You just don't know. You have no clue. So it's just hard to take action on something, you know, that has bottomed out, but no confirmation. So sure, let it keep on meandering on up. What if it did bottom out? All I can do is use Fibonacci to tell you reasonable levels for a moderate retrace, and you haven't even hit 236 yet. So if it really did bottom out and was just going to make a retrace, common every day, 382 to 618 right here. I mean, that's your common retrace area. So it's like 57 cents to 72.6 cents in that zone. It's hard to, again, like if you want to take action on it, it's hard to get a blessing until you get confirmation of some sort. You don't have any confirmation. Just had some divergence and it bounced. Okay. That's your crow. Matthew Damon coin. OXT though. Not Matthew Damon coin. Yeah, well, OXT. We knew it, man. We knew like what 20 cents was. We knew, based on history, it has acted as a massive reversal all the time. And it could continue up to see 34 cents again. Dude, I mean, it seems probable that that would happen because that's almost literally, that's only what's happened after this asset hits 20 cents. It's almost like Olin. It's almost like the OXT comet. Every time it makes its pass, it hits 20 cents and runs to 34 to 35 cents and then sells off and tests the area again. All right, but one thing is very real. Once it hits the first time, it has a nice rally, then sells off and always gives you a confirmation low, right? Every time. So it's like November 2020, it rallied and then it sold off and gave you a second test, the confirmation low, and then the massive run. And the same thing. June of last year, you rally, you sell off, and you don't quite get there, but you were very close. Confirmation low, and then the bigger rally ensued. So it's like you're going to get a reaction, you're catching a reaction, and it could again keep going to 34 cents and then sell off and come near 20 cents again. The second time is normally when you want to take action. Those are like the best. You see what I'm saying? That's OXT. Like literal M shape, 100% retrace again. You know, I could paint it, make it look. It looks pretty, dude. Real pretty here. It's another 100% shark on 100%. Right? Big brother, little brother. Sweet. No edge, really. I mean, maybe divergence a little bit. Not really. It reacted at a 100% retrace pretty much. But it wasn't even Fibonacci here. It was all about the level that was created, manufactured December 2019. And that was it. That was the last request. So I've caught back up. Yeah, okay. That notification was delayed. So it seems like I have already received that. So we're good. Okay, we're at critical areas. Cue it up. ICP attempting a breakout pamp. Is it? Well, it's trade setup. Certainly trade setup now. Confirmed. Oh yeah, about 3.42% already. How many days? Yeah, it's time, man. It's the 3-day. We're playing the 3-day, not even the daily, where you already bullishly engulfed. And then what happened after the engulfing candle? Indecision. I love bullish impulses, bullish engulfings, whatever, and then indecision candles, so you can just engulf that and run, and there's not much resistance. Yeah, you broke out already, or you're re-breaking out. Emphasis on the re, but on the 3-day, this is what you're playing. You're playing this time scale. You're playing the bullish engulfing candle and then the back test. Successful back test of old support, ask support again. And now it's 28.38 easy, at least. Maybe higher if it's a much more significant thing. Much more significant development of a wave structure on a type 2. As you get big waves up, you see a 50% retrace for a bearish 5-0, around $54 probably. Chad, I think we're good then. I think we're at maybe the stream's run its course now, right? Talking about 2 hour and 20 minute 2 hour and 20 minute uptime. Dot trade's going well. Well, we didn't know what Bitcoin was going to do, but yeah, it's a nice start. It was the daily that was so nice, dude. It was a couple things, right? It was the Doji star reversal, and then the back test of the support and the bullish hammer combination. And look what's manifested from that: the identification of this back test. Very nice rally, and could be. Look, if you look historically at DOT, when it gets above $20, chat, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up again. 2650 in time. on dot. Okay, bullish crab pattern. Now mooning, or beginning to. So that is a target of the trade setup, 2650. Okay, so I guess I'll just leave y'all to it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Yeah, Scott, me too. We'll just leave together, I guess. So, chat. Seriously, this is like unreal. I can't even, like, super grateful here for all the support. Remember, 100% crowdsourced. So I think you'll get it, you know. It's like, I'm not putting ads in your face, affiliate marketing links in your face. You've got a Patreon, and you can tell me, man. Let's and sell some NFTs occasionally, right? All right. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Oh my God, dude. Can't put my hands down. Sorry. There's a blind spot right here. I can't see anything to the right. Stupid mic. All right. So, Meth Man, thank you so much. Scott, Nick, all y'all. It's talking about people tipping over 100, like Matt Karan, man. Thank you so much, dude. Anyone else tip over 100 today? No, I don't think so. Thank y'all. Seriously, the battle of the 5 armies. Battle of the 5 tippers. All right. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
Through the same shit every night. You always swear that it's gonna change, but it never does.